Where's my pen? Oh, here it is. What's going on? I'm just gonna log my hours that I worked today really quick. Hello, my name is Joy, and I currently am working a seasonal job in Alaska. I'm from Alaska, and I've done this job probably 4 seasons now, where I literally just stand at a construction zone with a stop sign and let traffic in and out. It's very physically demanding, and it's very mentally understimulating because I'm literally just standing and waiting for cars to come, but I'm not allowed to sit down. I'm standing in whatever weather it is, and it's way harder than it looks, but I'm getting paid really well, so that is what I do right now anyway. I hope to not do this ever again, honestly. So, usually when I get home, I have a little routine that I do. So I'll get undressed and start dry brushing, and then I'll try to do some exercise. Today, that was just yoga for me. And I really need the extra stretching, consistent stretching, since I'm on my feet all day. And then after that, I'll do like a little sponge bath because I don't have running water. And then I will, today I did a face mask, but usually I do gua sha. So it's just a little stone that you rub on your skin, making it smoother and moving the lymph around in your face so there's no stagnancy in your face or in your muscles. So yeah, I do a lot of like circulation stuff after work since I'm just standing and not moving a lot throughout the day. Right now I work 6 a.m. to 2, and this past week has been the hottest of the entire summer. It's been like 80 degrees every day, and if you're someone who lives in Alaska or grew up here like myself, you know that that is extremely hot. And almost unbearable, which is why I'm wearing basically nothing. So I'm just going to do my scalp massage, and then I'm gonna brush and braid my hair and start on dinner because that is what I'm going to do. And yeah, I decided to just start filming. I've been debating on creating a YouTube channel for quite a while, and I do have a channel. I post on it fairly consistently, but it's all short form content, and I haven't done a lot of long form content, but it's something that's been on the back of my mind for so long. And as someone who's just trying to start a business and trying to start gaining an audience and momentum in the online space, I guess you would call it a personal development coach. I haven't sold any services yet, but I do have free services. I'm a yoga teacher, and I just have a lot of things that I could serve in the wellness and personal / spiritual development space. So for now, I'm working on that separately, but I also want to just share more of my personal life and kind of get used to being on the camera more, so I can bring more teachings and things into the world, get people a little bit more acquainted with me, start gaining trust so that I can eventually sustain my income from the online world instead of having to work extremely hard jobs like I am in now. It gets a little bit old. It's hard on my body. I don't get to go to the bathroom like when I want, which I just hate neglecting my body when it's asking me to do normal bodily functions and I have to be like, no, sorry, you're stuck holding a flag in the rain and you better get over it. So yeah, this is something I've always wanted, especially once 2020 happened and I got my health coaching certification online. That's when I fully committed to this outcome for me over going to college and getting a corporate job, because I've tried probably up to 20 corporate jobs at this point. Like, my resume is pages and I don't even put everything on there because it would be too much. But I've tried everything and nothing has stuck, and I know that I want a different kind of life for myself than doing the same exact thing every day and helping someone else create a good business when I could be doing that for myself. So, yeah, these vlogs are going to just be a space to hang out, and like you could put it on in the background and kind of just hang out. I'm about to cook dinner, so maybe you watch this when you're cooking dinner. And it's just kind of a place where we can chill out together. I'm also kind of lonely out here, so it'd kind of be nice. But yeah, after I do the brushing and stuff, I put a little bit of coconut oil. This is fractionated. That means it's not as solid at room temperature, but I'm just going to put that in my ends. And I would really like to grow my hair out, but I've been meaning to make a hair oil with rosemary and everything. I don't have a pre-made one, so I bought rosemary at the store and I was gonna try and boil it into the water and add some other essential oils and try that hair growth technique. It seems to be a pretty common thing, using rosemary and coconut oil, castor oil, tea tree, peppermint, stimulating the scalp and strengthening the hair. I have thin strands of hair, so it breaks easily, and I just want it to grow longer without me having to trim it, because I literally always grow it to a certain point and then it will just break off. So I always make sure to moisturize my ends and prevent that from happening further. Now, I'm very tired. I don't want to make something very extravagant, so I'm just going to have a salad and rice and beans with salsa. And maybe I'll put on a little music. It's nice that I do have Wi-Fi here because I'm using a Starlink panel, which is on top of my little camper that I'm living in. And let's see. I'm just gonna do my liked songs in Spotify. I've really been into this song lately. And also I want to plug in my laptop because I'm at 13%. Let me see if I can find my charger. I just have my stuff stored like wherever I can. There's not a lot of space in here. Okay. Get this plugged in. I used to shine bright like gold. Now I'm gold. I live in such a small space, so I like to keep it a little bit neat if I can. I do a little cleaning before, like every day pretty much. And yeah, I'm just gonna get started on dinner, so I'm gonna get the rice going. Let's see. If we have a good angle in here. Okay. I just use my little oven for storage because it doesn't even work, so this is my pot, the only one I have right now. Nothing I have right now is overly fancy. I typically eat all organic. Right now, I'm literally just kind of in survival mode. Like, I'm living in the middle of nowhere, basically. And I'm close to the Canada border, but the nearest, like, real grocery store is 50 miles away, so... And they don't even have, like, a lot of great stuff. They have some produce, but most of it is not organic. So that's something I've had to kind of put on the back burner. I grab organic if I go and visit home and go to the store. And they have, like, minimal options of organic at that grocery store I was talking about. But, yeah, it's been a journey so far. I started in May and it's now nearing the end of June, which is crazy to think about. But my days just consist of the same thing: working, taking care of myself, making food, and then working on my business. I've been trying to incorporate more fun into my routine, although right now I'm just so exhausted. But I want to try and go paddleboarding, maybe like once a week. And then I also have my guitar up here, which I've been meaning to get into practicing more. But I'm in a lot with probably 50 or 30 other campers, so it's kind of not super supportive of like having your own volume or whatever. Kind of have to be conscious of that when I'm out here. So for example, I just grabbed this salsa. Nothing too fancy. And then when I make rice, I always do a rinse with some of my filtered water. Need to fill up my pitcher again. Just swirl this around. I always just eyeball my rice. I use like my hand as a measuring cup. Give it a nice rinse, and then I'm gonna dump it. And then I'm gonna add chicken broth. That's what I like to make rice with. This is like such an easy / cheap meal. These are the beans I'm gonna have. They're canned, obviously not ideal, but this is a great go-to meal while I'm out here. It's honestly one of my favorites. Usually I use black beans, but it's fine. I don't have any. And then I just have organic chicken stock, which I'm gonna need to open another one. My power goes out a lot, so my fridge will go off, and then everything will start to melt, and then everything's covered in water, and then the power will come back on and it'll get cold again. So then there's like little pieces of ice and then water everywhere. Gotta love it. Got another chicken broth. You'll have to let me know what some of your hobbies are, because I would like to expand my reach in the hobby area. So I'm gonna put a dollop of butter in here. I have a limited time to do hobbies, and I have limited options. There's like nowhere to go here. I'm in the middle of the freaking interior Alaska, surrounded by trees. I live near a very small village of like 200 people. It's like 10 miles away. And yeah, it's very interesting. Like, I'm deep in the Alaska Native culture right now, which basically just means wide open spaces, not much around, lots of wild animals, but the most beautiful land you've ever seen. I love it dearly. So just get this going. Actually put a little more of this in there. Done a fair amount of cooking in my day, so I kind of just eyeball things to my liking. And I shall put this away. I got blueberries. And I grabbed some stuff to make a salad. Everything is so small in here, so I'm always kind of just shuffling everything around. But let's see. I'll do the salad right here. I know it's kind of gross, but that right there, that is like my sink. And it has dirty water in it. So, just grab a little bowl. Let me see something. I'll get better at this as I go. I'm obviously struggling a little bit, but you gotta start somewhere, you know? You might as well just start because especially if you're bored, then it would be a great way to spend your time over scrolling. So, trying to eat a salad every day. I got these greens in Valdez, so they're nice and organic. I love arugula. It's gotta be my favorite. Although one time when I was like super into health and I was like a beginner and I was putting arugula in my berry smoothies and it was so nasty. And then I also grabbed these when I was in town. These are baby beets that are peeled, steamed, and ready to eat. So I'm just gonna chop some of these up into my salad. Everything's kind of unhinged here, like I'm literally just doing this with my hand and a butter knife because I am trying to minimize the amount of dishes I have to do. It's looking pretty good. Now, the rice is boiling, so let's turn it down. It's so convenient that I have a propane stove in here. So yeah, we'll see. I would like to be as consistent as I can, just starting to get to know people on here. I also do a lot of content on Instagram, so I'm building that as well. It's not necessarily been an easy thing to learn how to do, but I have made a lot of progress, and I'm finally at a point where I feel more confident and like this is actually an option for me. Now for the salad, just put a big dollop of sauerkraut on it. Your girl eats a lot of this stuff. It's freaking good too. And then I'm gonna do a drizzle of olive oil. I've dealt with a lot of health challenges in my day, so I've learned a lot. It's been like a 10-year journey so far, or more at this point actually. And then, so I know a lot of good tips and tricks, like for instance, blood sugar regulation. I'm gonna start my meal with a nice green salad before I eat the rest of my food. Put a little vinegar on there as well. So the rice is cooking. Once it's done, I'm just gonna throw a dollop of beans in there and then top it with salsa and call it a party. I'll give you a little look of my salad. So maybe this video was hard to watch because it was kind of all over the place, and I'm just kind of figuring out the angles of the camera. But yeah, that is where I'm gonna end the video. I don't want to ramble on too much, but I would love to stay consistent and start adding this into my routine, just so that I kind of open the door to other possibilities as I'm on the business journey. So yeah, follow along if you would ever so wish to get to know me better and kind of follow my journey along out here for the rest of this season. It's a pretty hard job. So yeah, I'm trying to find ways to make it a little more fun being out here and take care of myself and work towards my goals at the same time so that it's a little bit better. Anyway, I'm gonna eat my salad and then enjoy the rest of my evening and get some stuff done, like posting. And I started reading before bed, so I'm looking forward to that too. And then I'm waking up tomorrow, 4:30 a.m. to do it all again. So, have an amazing night, and I will talk to you later.